The South-North Water Transfer Mega Project is the largest water diversion project in the world. The goal of the project is to bring more water from China's south to its north, where it is in short supply. But there are many questions about whether or not the mega project will be successful and whether or not it is worth the cost. The project is estimated to cost over $90 billion and will take decades to complete. When finished, it will be the largest water transfer project in the world. Why is this project necessary? What are the benefits and drawbacks of such a massive undertaking? These are some of the questions that will be explored in this video. It is necessary because of the massive water shortage in China's north. The project will bring more water to the north where it is desperately needed and will help to irrigate farmland, supply drinking water, and power factories. However, there are many questions about whether or not the mega project will be successful and whether or not it is worth the cost. The Chinese government has done many water projects in the past. The South-North Water Transfer Mega Project is the biggest and most expensive one so far. If successful, it will bring much needed water to the dry north. If not, it could be a huge waste of money and resources. Only time will tell if this project is a success or a failure. Work on the South-North Water Transfer Project is ongoing, though it is not yet complete. Construction began in 2003 and is expected to continue for several more years. The project involves diverting water from southern rivers to northern China, where water shortages are a significant problem. When finished, the project is expected to provide water for approximately 400 million people. While the project has been controversial, with some raised concerns about its potential environmental impact, it is proceeding as planned and is on track to be completed as scheduled. The Chinese government is funding the $90 billion South-North Water Transfer Mega Project. This massive project will bring more water to the arid north of China, where it is desperately needed. The project is estimated to cost over $90 billion and will take decades to complete. When finished, it will be the largest water transfer project in the world. The project is controversial, with some people raised concerns about its potential environmental impact. However, construction is proceeding as planned and is on track to be completed as scheduled. Once completed, the project is expected to provide water for approximately 400 million people in northern China. This will help to irrigate farmland, supplying drinking water, and power factories. The project will also help to reduce dust storms in the north, which are a major problem. The project includes 3 canals: the Eastern Route, Central Route, and Western Route. Construction on the Eastern Route began in 2002 and was completed in 2013. The Central and Western routes are still under construction. When completed, the project will span over 1,400 miles and cost an estimated $90 billion. It is one of the largest engineering projects in history and has been called China's grandest water diversion scheme ever attempted. The project has been controversial due to its high cost, potential environmental impacts, and displacement of residents. Supporters of the project argue that it is necessary to address China's water scarcity issues. Construction on the Western Route began in 2014 and is expected to be completed by 2025. When finished, the project will have the capacity to transfer up to 44.8 billion cubic meters of water each year. The Eastern Route has a capacity of 28.8 billion cubic meters per year, while the Central Route can transfer 13 billion cubic meters annually. It is one of the largest engineering projects in history and has been called China's grandest water diversion scheme ever attempted. The project has been controversial due to its high cost, potential environmental impacts, and displacement of residents. Supporters of the project argue that it is necessary to address China's water scarcity issues. Construction on the Western Route began in 2014 and is expected to be completed by 2025. When finished, the project will have the capacity to transfer up to 44.8 billion cubic meters of water each year. The Eastern Route has a capacity of 28.8 billion cubic meters per year, while the Central Route can transfer 13 billion cubic meters annually. The Eastern Route of the South-North Water Transfer Project is a mega project that aims to divert water from the Yangtze River in southern China to the Yellow River in the north. The eastern route is one of 3 proposed routes for the South-North Water Transfer Project. The other 2 routes are the middle route and the western route. Construction on the eastern route began in 2003 and is expected to be completed in 2020. When finished, it will be the largest water diversion project in world history. The eastern route will consist of 3 canals: the Chaohu Canal, the Danjiangkou Reservoir Canal, and the Central Route Canal. Together, these canals will be over 1,700 miles, 2,700 kilometers long. The project will cost an estimated $62 billion, making it one of the most expensive engineering projects ever undertaken. Over 400,000 people have been displaced by the construction of the eastern route. Most have been resettled in newly created towns and villages, but some have refused to leave their homes and have had to be forcibly relocated. The eastern route is expected to provide water for cities such as Beijing, Tianjin, and Shijiazhuang, which are currently facing severe water shortages. It will also help to alleviate drought conditions in China's breadbasket provinces of Henan and Shandong. Critics say that the project will do little to solve China's water woes in the long term and will cause environmental damage along its length. Supporters say that the benefits of the project outweigh its costs and that it is essential for China's economic development. The ultimate success or failure of the project remains to be seen, but there is no doubt that it is one of the most ambitious engineering projects ever attempted. Construction on the central route of the South-North Water Transfer Project began in 2003 and was completed in 2014. The project involved the construction of 3 canals totaling 1,431 kilometers in length to transport water from the Yangtze River to drought-prone areas in northern China. The central route is the largest of 3 routes proposed for the South-North Water Transfer Project. Construction on the central route began in 2003 and was completed in 2014. The route includes 3 canals, totaling 1,431 kilometers in length. The canals are capable of transporting up to 20 billion cubic meters of water per year. The project cost an estimated 180 billion yuan, $27 billion US. The central route is expected to provide water for 940 million people and irrigate 38 million hectares of land. The route includes a number of engineering marvels such as the Shaolangdi Dam on the Yellow River and the Danjiangkou Dam on the Han River. The project has been controversial, with some critics fearing that it will lead to environmental problems such as water shortages and landslides. Despite the controversy, the project has been hailed as a success by the Chinese government. The central route is just one part of China's ambitious plans to transfer water from southern rivers to northern regions. The western route of the South-North Water Transfer Project is one of 3 proposed routes for transferring water from the south to the north of China. If completed, it will be the largest water transfer project in history, capable of transporting 44.8 billion cubic meters of water per year. The project includes the construction of a series of canals, aqueducts, and pumping stations that will stretch for over 1,700 kilometers. Construction on the first stage of the project began in 2003 and is expected to be completed in 2030. When finished, the western route will cost an estimated $62 billion. It is estimated that the project will provide water for over 400 million people and irrigate nearly 10 million hectares of farmland. The project has been controversial, with some critics arguing that it is unnecessary and environmentally damaging. In response to these concerns, the Chinese government has promised to take measures to minimize the environmental impact of the project. Despite these assurances, many environmentalists remain opposed to the project. The final decision on whether or not to proceed with the western route will be made by the National Development and Reform Commission. With this, we would like to end this video with the hope that you liked and enjoyed it. If you like our content, make sure that you like our video. And do share your views and opinions with us in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel to receive regular videos from us, and don't forget to click the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace.